Okay, so once you have a copy of My Activity 4.5, go ahead and get that open. And we're doing the same thing that the people that are using Inventor are doing. There's just a couple modifications I had to make. So what you'll see here is the box. And in the box is a eccentric cam. And this one was drawn with a nominal dimension of 1.5. So it is the smallest cam that anyone in our class could have right now. And we see that it has movement, rotation, really. All right. We can see that as that rotates around, the follower goes up and down. Or maybe you can't now. Now, hopefully you can. All right, so our idea is we want to plot that data. We want to gather that data and plot it, basically figure out how much distance of travel that follower moves in. So this is going to be its lowest, almost its lowest point, right about there at 90 degrees there. And you can turn on your the little guide markers I have here if necessary. You probably don't need to do these smaller increments, too many. I would do maybe 0 degrees, 45, 90, 180, 225, 270, things like that. But if you look here, and that is what I do a focus view normal to. We see that we are at 7/8 to start. And that is at 90 degrees. Then you can rotate that around to view normal to here to 180 there, or 0, depending on how you want to do it. Probably better just to call that 0. And we're looking at 1 1/8 there. And then come around to 270 here. And we're looking at 1 let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 5, 1 5/8. I keep thinking I made this ruler in 16ths and I didn't. Then if you can, see how that kind of moves? That's why I like to, better undo that. That's why I like to turn off the visibility of that when I'm not using it. And now we're looking at 180, and we're at 1 1/8. And 90. We are at, looks like 7/8 there. All right, so we've done the whole rotation there. That's all you need to do. You're going to do that for each cam. So let me show you how to get another cam in there. The first thing we want to do is delete the current cam, or it's going to be an over-constrained assembly. So if you highlight, you can see that that is part 1. Part 1 needs to go. So we're going to right-click on that and delete it. Then we're going to insert. You may have to browse for where your cams are. For me, they're in other documents created by me. And I put everything in the cam document. Let's do the hex cam here. This would be on the larger side, the 3-inch side of things, I believe. And let's just make sure nothing's happening as I rotate it this time. No. All right. So we're going to go into do a fastened mate here. We're going to fasten the hole in the hex cam to the shaft of the axle. And when you do that, just be very careful about what you're clicking on. Look at where my blue line is popping out of that circle there. There are places that you could actually have it pop to that wouldn't be correct. So just make sure you're right in the center of that hole and that that blue part is pointing out. You're going to click on that, and then same with the axle. There are quite a few places you don't want to put it. Really, that one right in the center there is going to be perfect for us. So go ahead and hit solve and check, and you can see now that we got good rotation. Nothing happened with the follower yet. In fact, the follower should be able to rotate. Yeah, you see that spinning? We don't like that. So we're going to take care of that right now. We're going to do a parallel constraint. This is new to me. It's not something I've done in Inventor. I think it's kind of like a flush, but it's OnShape's version. So we're going to do a parallel mate this surface. Okay, and you can pick any point on that surface, or you should be able to, with any point on that surface. And then we'll solve that. And now, shouldn't be able to, let me get out of that. Shouldn't be able to rotate that part anymore. Okay. Still, it's not gonna move up and down, but now you can't twist that follower. So the final thing we gotta do is actually a tangent constraint. And I don't know how well this is gonna work because of the sharp corners here, but we'll try our best. So what I'm gonna do here is do a tangent, and I'm gonna do basically, let me undo that selection there. I'm going to do this round surface of my follower with this edge of my cam. And I don't think we got what we wanted there. So let me undo that and undo that again. Let me just make sure we can move up and down here. Okay, we can move up and down at this point. And I just want that to be tangent. Okay, I'm going to try one more time. Tangent. That round surface. And this time, let me try an edge here. Let me try that edge. Oh, that might be the one we want. Instead of that whole face there, just the edge. All right, so we are in good shape so far. Ooh, nope, that is the wrong way. Tell you what, let me go in and edit that. Let me see if I can switch the direction. Sometimes this helps out. Flipping the primary axis. No, it does not. Oh, you know why? Because it's staying tangent to that one edge. Yeah, it's what I had feared. Because of this not being one continuous surface. So I have a few thoughts. The first is you might want to just delete that constraint and then just manually check it. So get that in there kind of flat, and then do your tangent constraint. That'll kind of cheat it in there a little bit. What the heck? That's the wrong side. Let's try that again. I don't know why that didn't. I thought that would work. Let's try that again. That one to that one. No, it's all messed. Oh, well, we can take a measurement there. It's pretty good. What I was going to say, though, is we can keep deleting that tangent constraint. You know what? Just drag it down. Just rotate the thing, drag it down, and approximate it. We're in some weird situations here. Thanks for bearing with me. So that's probably good enough, 7/8 there. And then rotate it around. Really, the only thing that's going to change it is when it's at that peak there. So get that in there. So then we're at 2 there. And then you can go around and do all the rotations. The other thing you might be able to do, if you really wanted to get it going, is we need that hex cam surface to be continuous. So my thought is, what if we filleted this? Would that do anything for us? And I don't know what a good radius would be, but I'm going to go with this 0.2 for now. If it works, I'm going to make it even smaller. If it doesn't work, I'm not going to bother. Really, I'm just hoping that this is one surface, although I doubt it will be. And then I got to make a new version, so I'm going to create a new version of that. And then when I go into my assembly, I got to update that. I think is what I'm learning here. Should be like a little refresh thing here popping on. Yeah. So we'll try that and update all. And there we see the fillets come in. And now I'm wondering if my tangent constraint will work a little better. But I don't have high hopes. Let's see though. Alright. So tangent. That. Surface there. To. I'm going to try to select that whole edge actually. Oh, that's a face. No, that's not what we want. See if we can get that edge. Ooh, that might have worked. Look how orange, look how it goes all the way around the perimeter. Oh, we might have it here. Let's take it for a spin. Yes, we do. Wow, okay. I wasn't sure that was going to work. So that's probably what you want to do. You can see we don't get as much movement, but we get more rapid, we get more of them. Oh, now it's messed up. It's working for a second. All right, well, you get one rotation out of it, and then undo. So we get one rotation before it goes all the way down. Oh, you get 2. Oh, you get 3. Well, now I get unlimited. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, there it goes again. All right. So at least you get a few that you can test and collect your data. So that's pretty cool. I didn't think that was going to work. So you could go in and edit your hex cam and just fillet that. Actually, I wonder if that would work for the snail cam. As long as you're following along, I'll just try the snail cam as well. So I'm going to delete that hex cam there. Hopefully I see the constraints go away with that. I'm going to insert the created by me cam. I'm going to insert the snail cam here. Not sure what size I used for that. We're going to do a fasten mate there to there. And then don't forget we got to do a parallel so that thing isn't spinning around. Pick any point on the face there with any point on the face there. And solve that. And then we're going to do a tangent that to that edge. Don't click the face, but click that edge. So we're good, but I won't get a full rotation here. It stops, it won't let me. I can check all my points as long as I reverse it. But I'm wondering, can I fillet that and have that be a continuous surface, right? I'm trying to move it now, it won't let me. So now that I came up with that little fillet idea, I'm going to go in and see if that's how we should be doing it. So I'm going to open up my cams and get the snail cam open. And I think just the smallest fillet I could possibly do here. Maybe, I do not like that. Let's try a 0.01, and then I want to see what that's going to look like. That's good. I'm going to do a 0.01 here as well. Although the follower would tend to get, well, it's dropping there though. So let's see what happens. Don't forget to go into whatever this thing is, create version, and then update that, create. Then I'm going to open up my thing here and see if it gives me an update. Yes, it does. I'm going to zoom in so we can see the fillet happen in real time as I update to that. Update all. I guess you really couldn't see it, could you? All right. Well, let's see what happens here. Do we get a full rotation? Yes, we do. But what's up with that parallel constraint? Oh, you know what? That was the one point that I picked for it to be parallel to, and then I got rid of it when I filleted it. So don't pick that point. Let's do a different one. Let's do that one to that one. Hopefully that works. Doesn't seem to like it. No, something's not right there. Let's undo that. And again. And let me get that out of there for now. I think this is going to work though. And let's do a parallel constraint. Maybe do this point. Somewhere out of the way, you know. There we go. Make sure that blue line is pointing out. That's what I've found messes me up the most. There we go. See how the blue line's pointing out there, but it was like in at one other point. Just make sure it's pointing out. Sure. Let's hope for the best here. That is not working. Well, after all that, is the parallel constraint going to be what stops me from doing this? Well, let's see what happens if we take that out. You know what? Maybe something else went wrong. Remember on the last one how you only got a few rotations and then it like sunk into the part? Maybe that's what's going on here. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out how to get this snail cam following because you're all going to have to do this as well. And like I said, it's not like super critical that it rotates. We just want to measure it at its different points. So worst case scenario, you know, you could drag this, you could rotate it and drag it down just to touch it. But I No, this works pretty good now. Oh, see how that drops down? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but at that point, I like to undo it and then kind of um, start over. I feel like if you do too many rotations, it like falls into it for some reason. I'm not as familiar with this program as I am with Inventor, so I can't explain to you why, but I can tell you it's not what we want. I'm going to do a parallel constraint here, see if I can get this to be better. And it seems to want to drop in, which I don't like. I don't like that down there. So let me drag it up and see what happens. Okay, so I would say that the tangent constraint isn't working, and as I look over here, yes, it's got a error. So I'm going to delete that, and I'll try that tangent one more time. Maybe you got to put the parallel in first. That's what I've been doing on the other ones. So I'm looking for a surface that kind of, I want that whole edge there. And you could never rotate the cam this way. Think about why. So maybe that's why the error happened. Because that cam normally wouldn't rotate that way, right? What normally would happen is this would pause the motion because of the interference. Maybe what it's doing is just crashing the program and falling. Oh no, it made the jump there. So I'm not really sure, but I was able to get one rotation out of it, and that means so can you. So get the measurements at the different angles. Awesome. Well, this is Mr. Palmer, and thanks for watching. Hope you're doing well.